17, and 18, I confirm you as creative innovators and creative thinkers and creative leaders. And as you embark in your own expedition in the coming months, my hope is that you will discover that your communities are abundant in assets, abundant in resources, abundant in traditions and cultures, abundant in stories, abundant in creative ideas, and abundant in Filipino hospitality. Bring with you your own story, your new skill of listening and observing, your newfound confidence in yourselves while exploring shared leadership, new ideas in engaging communities, in making connections, developing collaborations, and in capacity building. I would like to borrow these words from Dr. Seuss. Now, you're young, so you should know Dr. Seuss. Today is your day. Your mountains and rivers are waiting for you. So get on your way.
Bonsai! Ha!
Bugsay na! Mindanao! Bugsay na! Kabataan Unang bugsay na! 17 bugsay na! 18 tara na bugsay na PYLP!
Bugsay na!
We would like to call in the director of the Center for Southeast Asian Studies to share some words and remarks on behalf of the center.
Thank you, Rhoda. And thanks to all the participants and all of on behalf of the center, I want to thank maybe what you don't see behind the scenes, the many things that go on to make this, to pull this off. And let me tell you, there were some real kind of amazing feats of gymnastics that our crew and still continue to do. All of the PYLP staff and the center, and we're so grateful. I was moved every time I think of your projects, your predecessors. I think of what a difference it makes. I'm struck by in that group you saw there was a couple of youth from Marawi, which was, of course, as you know, was under siege by militants, and kids who were kidnapped by those militants and held hostage. And it was interesting. The people who have been through something like that, they had a choice to either they could have been, angry or disenchanted with the world, or many other options could have maybe presented themselves. But here they are, giving back to that community, rebuilding, using that as a springboard through that trauma and onto greater things, and to see the many things that on behalf of the State Department that you were learning and that we have learned from you. We're so honored to have coming up to 20. Pretty soon will be PYLP 20, and we have some. Maybe I should let Rhoda make the unofficial announcement, but looks like we're going to have another PYLP grant. So get ready for a few more years of PYLP, and we're honored to have it at NIU. And I can't thank you all enough. And we really want to see you. We're going to figure out a way to get there as soon as stay safe in the Philippines. We're gonna make it there to see your projects, which are so impressive. And so on behalf of the center, we welcome. And I also want to say, come to NIU. We have many of former youth leadership participants who are at NIU. Some of whom are the greatest students of any on campus that have won the outstanding student awards that are. I mean, that's not surprising knowing the group that we start from, those of us who are around you. But come to NIU, work hard, get your degree, and we'd love to have you continuing to contribute to our community. So go Huskies, and I'm excited for the program tonight.
We would also like to bring in Provost Beth Ingram to say a few words on behalf of our administrators at Northern Illinois University.
Well, good evening and good morning. I'm Beth Ingram, and I serve as provost at Northern Illinois University. I'm delighted to be with you for this wonderful program. Congratulations on your participation in this program. The Philippine Youth Leadership Program is an intensive experience, as you know. You've participated in 4 weeks of workshops and activities, and you've written a plan for a service project to improve your communities. I was so inspired by the video that opened this celebration. You are truly amazing. I'm delighted that NIU is a sponsor for this program. It's an expression of our mission and vision to bring people together around a shared purpose of education, leadership, and service, to make connections across people and across the globe. I found it interesting that the theme this year was Lewis and Clark. I grew up in North Dakota, which is part of the Lewis and Clark Trail, and the exploration of Lewis and Clark is built into the fabric of my home state. The idea of exploration for the sake of knowledge and using that knowledge to make the world better is fundamental to what Lewis and Clark did. And the beauty of this program is that we can share and learn from each other, bringing our own unique and particular experiences in history. So congratulations on your completion of this program. Thank you so much to the faculty and staff who make this possible and have supported you through the past 4 weeks. And I wish you the best for your remarkable futures. Go Huskies.
As I was walking around my community, I had a first-hand experience on the problems that the community is facing. That was the time when I realized that I must make a change to lead, inspire, and empower especially the youth, because the future of the country lies in their hands. But how do I do it? Then I found out about the Philippine Youth Leadership Program. Here at PYLP, young leaders of Mindanao are trained and equipped with knowledge through a month-long interactive virtual workshops on leadership, sustainability, environmental stewardship, Filipino-American heritage, democracy, peace building, community development, and cross-cultural partnership, in which all of these help us to lead and serve our communities. With all of these knowledge that I have gained from this training, I can say that I, Bill Clement Fumar, a youth leader from Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte, am ready to serve and lead for Mindanao. Bugsay PYLP, Bugsay Mindanaon.
City the differences of humans we have in this world. They said that being diverse is a way of viewing the differences between us. When we learn to understand about their lives, how they communicate, how they live their lives so far, we start respecting them. Being in a diverse community, I've experienced this a lot of times. Basilan, where I came from, is said to be one of the most diverse places. When you are from Basilan, you are most likely to become a multilingual person. Well, that is not a news anymore. Here in Basilan, we have different tribes, not only 3 or 4, but there's a lot. And they diversity, the differences of humans we have in this world. They said that being diverse is a way of viewing the differences between us. When we learn to understand about the
Let's go PYLP 1718.
Yes, yes,
diversity,
yes.
the
This is it,
differences
Miss
of humans we have in
Sana.
this world. They said that being diverse is a way of viewing the differences between us. When we learn to understand about their lives, how they communicate, how they live their lives so far, we start respecting them. Being in a diverse community, I've experienced this a lot of times. Basilan, where I came from, is said to be one of the most diverse places.
All right, so this is Angie. I'm part of the Philippine team, helping here, assisting here, and we experiencing some technical glitches, but no worries. Our technical team is doing its best, and so far, we're so grateful for the gift of presence of everyone. So can we hear some cheers there from Alpha while waiting for Hasana's video to be played for the touching story? Would that be okay? So may we hear from the Alpha team?
Yes.
Alpha. 3, 2, 1, go. Alpha, Laban.
All right, thank you so much, Alpha team. Can we hear the Bravo team?
Team Bravo, 5, 6, 7, go. B-R-A-V-O.
AVO,
Bravo,
Bravo
Busena.
Babies Busena,
B-R-O. Bravo, Babies, Busena. B-R-A-V-O. Bravo, Babies, Busena. BF, Bravo, Babies, Busena. PYLP 718. Woo!
Thank you so much, Bravo. Indeed, a worth celebrating day to finally end the expedition. But let's not stop from here. Let's now hear the Charlie team.
Charlie.
Oli,
Oli,
ice,
Charlie. Bugsay na.
Yes, thank you so much, Charlie. Let's now have Delta.
Delta!
Thank you so much, Delta. So we have heard each team now, and I think we're now going back to the video. So let's now watch. Thank you.
They said that being diverse is a way of viewing the differences between us. When we learn to understand about they live their life so far, we start respecting them. Being in a diverse where I came from is said to be one of the most diverse places. When you are from Basilan, you are most likely to become a multilingual person. Well, that is not a news anymore. Here in Basilan, we have different tribes, not only 3 or 4, but there's a lot. And they have their own cultures, languages, customs, and institutions in which all of it are unique. I've come to learn about how to understand about each and one of us. I've got a circle of friends.
All right. After many attempts, but let's not give up on this. But maybe Ate Rhoda, would you like to? You mentioned you would like to play something like a video, or if things will not go well. But let's not give up on this. We persist. We survived the 1 month, so we'll end this with a blast. Yay! PYLP 1718. So, all right, another attempt. Go go go, Miss Asana.
Diversity, the differences of humans we have in this world. They said that being diverse is a way of viewing the differences between us. When we learn to understand about their lives, how they communicate, how they live their life so far, we start respecting them. Being in a diverse community, I've experienced this a lot of times. Basilan, where I came from, is said to be one of the most diverse places. When you are from Basilan, you are most likely to become a multilingual person. Well, that is not a news anymore. Here in Basilan, we have different tribes, not only 3 or 4, but there's a lot. And they have their own cultures, languages, customs, and institutions in which all of it are unique. I've come to learn about how to understand about each and one of us. I've got a circle of friends, and I think that is unique because they are from different tribes. Because also we can learn about their cultures and get to know more about them. And yes, it is amazing. Diversity helps me a lot understand the other practices and culture differences. Especially I am living in a diverse community. They say that our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. If there is no diversity, it will going to be boring, totally not interesting. And they even said it like this, that humanity will die out within a few generations. No matter how different you are from the others, don't worry. That is what makes you rare. That is what makes us unique and rare. The beauty of unity is in the nature of diversity.
I am Asana Yuangi, a proud youth leader of PYLP Branch 1718, coming from the diverse land of Basilan. Magsukol, daghang salamat, bugsay na, PYLP.
Finally, we made it. Thank you so much, Hassan. After many attempts, indeed, we persist. And back to you, Ate Rhoda. Go, go, go!
we persisted, and we're not gonna give up by not showing that, we're not gonna give up. We need to show that video because it is a beautiful video. So thank you so much, Hassana, for that, for sharing your perspective on diversity. See here, I'm looking at, maybe we could move on to the next one, the Mapayapang Mundo. I would say welcome PYLP batch 17 and 18.
Ate Rhoda, I think we're experiencing some technical glitches here, but again, we persist. I hope this will work this time, Ate Rhoda.
Yes, we will persist. Good sana.
Halina kaibigan, bangon at ating dalhin kapayapaan sa mundo. Kilos na kapatid, bigyan na ng puwang kapayapaan sa puso. Pag-ibig sa sarili, dalhin sa kapwa mo. Pagmamahal sa bayan, dalhin mo sa
Alright, this is the technical tip. Alright, gano'n na po niya. Alright, show na the video.
Mapayapang isip, mapayapang
Just like the
tao,
reality,
mapayapang bayan, ay mapayapang mundo. Hindi na kailangan ng digmaan. Hindi na
Here from Cagayan de Oro, Philippines, and enjoying our videos today. All right. So, Ate Rhoda, would you like to say something? What can you say about the PYLP 1718? What's your impression about them, Ate Rhoda?
They are phenomenal. They're articulate. They are amazing. They are all the things that I could think of what a leader should be. And these are the leaders of PYLP 17.
Good day and magandang
I am so
Jansen.
excited
My
as
name
we
is
send
Anya
them off
Cedillo, and I am a
to their
PYLP
community
youth leader
engagements.
from General
And as
Santos
they
City.
are
It
figuring
is with
out
great honor to
how
present you
to
Project
implement
Media
their
and
projects
Information
in
Literate
this
Community,
new
or
normal that
Project
we are in,
MIL.com.
I'm confident that they will
General
do an
Santos City
amazing
takes
job
pride
and that they
as the
will
home
connect
of the
with their
champions.
community and
And
that
we are
they will
home of
make
the
a
champions
difference.
in various
So
fields
I am so
such as
excited. I know that we're having
sports,
glitches,
show
but you know
business,
what? For
education,
4
and
weeks,
many more.
we didn't really have any
This
glitches.
community
We were
spirit
good for
leads
4
us
weeks.
to
And this
champion
is the last
the
night,
education of our
and we're
diversity.
having glitches. So,
So the
oh
government and private
my,
organizations
you
I
know,
think, Ate
provide
Rhoda,
utmost
I think,
assistance
Ate
for
Rhoda, the
development of
signal
our
is they
youth.
don't want to end the
There
expedition.
are still many gaps that need to be filled,
The signal, no, we
including the
don't want
media
this
and
to end.
information
All right.
literacy of the
All right,
general
let's have
and
another
diverse
attempt. Go, go,
backgrounds.
go. PYLP
In
1718.
2020, we all adapted to remote learning, and gadgets and technology became our anchors. And the youth of General Santos
All right, I think we have a different audio and then a different video at the same time. All right, you can still hear Hassana. All right.
The reality is, most students
Okay,
only
okay.
had one phone.
Technical
and
team,
had
don't
limited
worry.
access to
Just
these
remain
resources.
calm. Don't worry, we
These
persist.
students
All right.
also
I
had
think we have a
limited
different
knowledge
video
of what apps
and then
to utilize
Hassana's audio.
and how to maximize those.
Rhoda, I think this for that home reveal. So imagine how PYLP 1718 persisted with the different corners in their respective homes. I could even still see the box of the of the iPad, and then the flashlights and the ring lights have a very good lighting on screen. So, Ate Rhoda, what can you say on how our PYLP 18 persisted, and Dr. Jones even shared that they could learn the study habits that our young leaders are having. Yes, Ate Rhoda.
Yes, it's really fun to see them in their own spaces. We gave each one of them a mat, a traditional mat from one of the tribes in the Philippines, and so they have created a corner in their room, in their houses, and it's thank you for sharing your space on a video. We've actually haven't seen those spaces for 1 month. But we saw you waking up early in the morning. It's hard to wake up when you're a young person. It's hard to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to be in time for a workshop online. And so we are so excited, that you are embarking into this new phase of our PYLP and of our program. And again, we are celebrating you tonight. Tonight is all about you. It's not about Savior. It's not about NIU. It's not even about the Philippines or the United States. It's really about the leaders of the Philippines who's going to become the leaders of the world as well. So you are being celebrated today. So I think what we're gonna do is, if youth leader Aziza is ready to share some of her remarks for tonight, that would be good.
Good morning, Philippines, and good evening, United States of America. I am Aziz Osman, a youth leader from Balindong, Lanao del Sur. It is my greatest pleasure to deliver this closing speech on behalf of my fellow youth leaders from all over Mindanao. Back in May, the PYLP in-country team announced that we would be embarking on a leadership expedition virtually. Of course, like everyone else, I felt sad that we would not be meeting Tita Rhoda and the NIU team. However, I keep in mind that my main goal is to lead. I acknowledge that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I will carry for the rest of my life. It was evident that I was excited because after 1 year of waiting to see how this pandemic will pan out, we can finally start our PYLP journey. But to tell you honestly, as much as I was thrilled, I was also very worried. It's not a secret that I live in a town that experienced low internet connection and power interruptions. The participants from Balindong, including myself, were not only ones who felt anxious about this, but also PYLP participants who share the same struggles. Fortunately, PYLP sent out training kits containing items which reduced our worries and aided us in our journey. On top of this, our municipal mayor generously helped us resolve this internet problem by housing us in the nearby city, Iligan City. All these kind gestures made me realize that PYLP and NIU will always find ways to be there for us when we need them the most. They did not give up on our batch, even though the pandemic hit us hard and changed our lives. They asked us what we needed, and they provided solutions to alleviate our situations. It warms my heart to see with my own eyes that as an organization, they genuinely imbibe the lesson that they taught us during our 1 month training. Our speakers have repeatedly emphasized that leaders do not create problems, but develop solutions. And I am proud to say that PYLP team did that. PYLP 1718 did that. Furthermore, They also highlighted that we need to actively listen to our community's needs and not implement what we only think they need. In the same way, the PYLP listened to us and took care of us. We will also do the same for our communities. PYLP helped me and everyone in PYLP 1718 find the right path to move forward, to empower, to lead, to serve, and to inspire my community. Throughout this expedition, we've learned that we must find someone to help us paddle these rivers and thread the mountains because we cannot change the world alone. We've learned that we have to fight anxiety and frustration to proclaim a promise to ourselves that we can do it. We've learned that the key to public speaking is to be confident and to stay calm. We've learned that we need to take an active role in managing and protecting our environment. We've learned that as a youth leader, we must have the power of active listening because we don't learn from talking. We learn from listening. We've learned that to understand conflict, we need to understand our values. We've learned that a mediator must be a good listener to provide solutions. We've learned that we must always be ourselves. And we've learned that as a leader, we must have a vision, a mission, and a set of SMART goals. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Vinci for his unwavering support and generosity for Balindong, for the host family who spent their time to share their cultures and traditions with us so that we can experience America even through the screen. To our new friends from Huntley High School who gave us a glimpse of how school is like in America during this pandemic. And to Mishu Balindong Community High School for supporting us in this journey and for cheering us on all the way to the end of our training. We have not said this enough, and please allow me to say these things now. Thank you, daghang salamat, syukran, jazakumullahu khairan, maraming salamat po. Once again, I am Aziza Osman Amranaw, a youth leader from Balindong, Lanao del Sur, and a proud leader of the Philippine Youth Leadership Program, Batch 1718. Together with the PYLP 1718 youth and adult leaders, we have canoed the mountains of leadership. Now, it's time for us to lead for Mindanao. Buksay na Mindanaon, buksay na kabataunan, tara na buksay na PYLP.
Yay! Thank you so much, Aziza, for that very heartwarming speech. And now let's listen to Abdul.
Good morning. I am Abdul Majid Gundarangin, a youth leader from Marawi City. For the past 27 days, the PYLP Batch 17 and 18 underwent a virtual training in which the youth leaders of this batch were all persistent to canoe and discover the different realities of life and work on how we can be an impact in our community. Together, we journeyed, explored, and discovered many great insights on daily topics. The imperatives of all discussions and lessons shared with us were all great matters and steps of honing us as a great leader. Learning and thoughts from the PYLP are all great things to ponder to make initiatives and projects more sustainable and beneficial for all. Waking up every day early in the morning, preparing to all things props for our cheer, logging in our iPad with a little struggle sometimes with the internet connection, listening attentively to great speakers and even working on those tasks, giving our all worth reminiscing. Every day was a brand new experience that is full of excitement and courage. Being in the PYLP is like crossing the Rubicon. We are all survivors, no one quitted, and we strive together in quest of what true leadership is. PYLP opens an opportunity to connect with others who shared with common vision, ideals, and dreams for the community and for the youth. As leader of the next generation, personally, this journey develops my confidence to deal with others. It enhances my ability to articulate my thoughts and words well, and most especially, it allows me to re-examine my very purpose in life. Being part of PYLP family is a life-changing experience. As a Maranao youth in this batch, who worked with different leaders in Mindanao across the diverse beliefs and norms in life, I valued more this time the importance of respect and giving more significant attention on the collective purpose that we want to happen rather than looking on each one's differences and weaknesses. We might be connected virtually this time. We might have experienced some struggles along our expedition, and we might be divided in group by Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. Still, we are all united in pursuit of becoming a great leaders in Mindanao. On behalf of the PYLP Batch 17 and 18, allow me to express my gratitude of thanks to the people behind the success of this corps of discovery. To Tita Rhoda, together with Ate Shannon and Miss Janet, who persistently encourage us every day to take our canoes and continue paddling amidst of today's adversities. To the PYLP Encounter team and ex PYLP team, the PYLP alumni coaches, the resource speakers, our families and teachers, mentors, and most especially the sponsor, U.S. State Department under the Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs. We sincerely express our appreciation for assisting and being with us along the wide terrains of the mountains we climbed. It is my hope that you'll never get tired in journeying with us. Again, thank you so much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Shukran.
Thank you so much, Abdul. A big virtual round of applause to our Aziza and Abdul for highlighting very important and significant learning that they have somehow experienced. Indeed, a life-changing experience from our PYLP 17 and 18. And next stop of our program is to highlight things that happened in the expedition. Take it away, Xavier.
We are one love, one race. We all come from the same place. We all live in this world together. It doesn't matter who's right. It doesn't matter who's wrong. If we don't know, get along much better. Show each other more respect, then maybe we could connect and stop taking all these things for granted. You think that you're all alone, but we all share the same home. Let's join together and save the planet. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. Love is the only river holding the world together. Love is the only river. We're all in this together. We are the ones who can change. We are all one and the same. We are the ones who can turn the tide. Doesn't matter who we are, 'cause hand in hand we'll go far. Let's get together and show our pride. And if we all do our part, a new era can river.
Thank you so much for really capturing the moment, those moments that should not be forgotten. Like, Ate Rhoda, who do you think, di ba sabi nila, they're saying that this could not happen because this is virtual, but look how our young leaders paddled and persisted. Oh my God. Who's saying now that it's not going to happen? And now they're into the greater calling of implementing the projects, all the things that we have right now. Yes, Ate Rhoda.
Yes, it is. It is a training of persistence. It is a training of persistence, and our young leaders participated, interacted, shared their thoughts, their hearts, allowed us to help them expand their hearts and minds. All of these things that we've learned the past 4 weeks. What an amazing time to be alive, even in 2021, right? And so you have persisted this far, and I know that you will persist to do the same as you are thinking of your community and as you are engaging in your community. So I believe we are going to hear from adult leader Gian.
Everyone on this platform. May God's amazing grace shine upon us every day of our life as we continue our journey to creating meaningful change and touching more lives. Maayong buntag, I am Adult Leader Gian from Basilan, speaking on behalf of my PYLP Batch 1718 family. Our journey. It wasn't easy as counting 1, 2, and 3. It was a roller coaster ride, yet a beautiful journey of growth and empowerment. I know everyone in this platform has stories of perseverance to tell. I myself is a witness of their constant struggles, from beating internet connection to defying power interruptions, down to traveling a distance to fight for this journey, which we firmly believe are answers to our community's plea. The storms and thunderbolts of this undertaking is unexpected, uncontrollable, but the proof that we are humans, not perfect, yet better than our struggles. This is an adventure of persistence. We are grateful we have taken part. I remember exactly how we started as strangers, not knowing what to do, where to go, or where we are heading, but driven with our passion and willingness to make meaningful changes in our community. We began our journey and found a family of advocates in each other, and mostly the much more deeper meaning of our existence, our truer and purer purpose. We believe that this isn't ending, but rather the birth of the stories of 32 young and promising individuals whose hearts may be beating in different rhythms, but collided by destiny itself to complement each other, to bring out the best in each other, to think of change and making it happen. As we set sail and begin canoeing for one good month, you gave us the opportunity to see the world in different perspectives. Along the journey, we have met wonderful people, our speakers, facilitators, and organizers, who have taught us wisdoms we may never find in books, but from their amazing experiences. You showed us the way to finding our inner strengths, enlighten us that the essence of leadership is not always about what is in our minds, but also about what is in our hearts. Every day, we are sharing a piece of us, of our roots. We have heard and learned from the beautiful stories of persistence, bravery, and courage, rising in every stumble. And those are the stories that became a mosaic of everyone else. This PYLP journey is a huge opportunity for us to become paradigm shifters in our communities. Verily, we are enlightened that youths are gifts to the universe. Thus, being one, we have to condition our hearts to embrace the differences we see around us with utmost respect.
To our PYLP NIU family, our in-country family, brilliant speakers, thank you for making this happen. You are angels in disguise who help us grow. You watered us with so much wisdom, ignited and driven us to unlock our best potentials. You fueled the fire within us. Because of you, we see ourselves growing. We heard our voices echoed, our passion burning, and our confidence budding. These ordinary individuals you arm with skills and knowledge are set to do extraordinary things for Mindanao. We are ready to make change in Mindanao, to lead for Mindanao. We are your legacy. We will make you proud. On behalf of the PYLP 1718, daghang salamat, magsukol, gracias. Padayon sa pagbugsay, PYLP 1718.
That is so heartwarming, Miss Gian, being an adult leader and mentoring the flock, the young leaders entrusted to you. I love the way you mentioned when you mentioned about embracing diversity. It's so nice, and beating hearts together and destined to be together in PYLP 17 and 18, right, Ate Rhoda?
It is definitely beautiful and heartwarming. Thank you so much, Gian, for walking with us, for canoeing with us, and for leading us also as you coach or mentor the leaders under your care. And so again, from the bottom of our hearts, NIU, from NIU, and also from Xavier University and the Philippine Youth Leadership Program, and I'm sure also the Department of State in Washington, D.C. Thank you to all the adults who walked with us, canoed with us, hiked with us, cried with us, hold each other's hands, all the things that you have to do to be able to persist in this kind of training that we are in. So again, we thank you for that. Our next part of our program is we're going to show some of the projects or description of some of the projects that they are planning to implement in their communities in the coming month. Angie, I know that yesterday you were part of the group of reviewers and listeners as they pitched their projects, and we went from room to room. Any overall observation and celebration of that night yesterday?
It was so promising looking at all the projects at Rhoda. Like, I should not say was, but until now, I'm still so awed. It's like a jaw-dropping way to say it. Like, words are beyond. There are no words to somehow describe what they have done. Imagine we're doing this virtually, but still they would like to do something for the community amidst the limited resources and limited mobility. So I was so impressed on how these young people really have that dire desire, that ardent desire to help these kids, these young people who are in dire need. So I could not say something more, but as early as now, I would like to express my congratulations and our sincerest and our deepest gratitude for really doing this for our very own island in Mindanao. And Sir Jonathan, the beloved half of Ate Rhoda, we were so like, we don't know what to say, because if I were during that time, like at their age, I could not do it. But see how they become, like, oh my God. So thank you, PYLP 17 and 18. And Ate Rhoda, I'm so excited already to have our guest here, see what they have done for the expedition and answer and respond to the greater calling to implement the projects. So take it away, PYLP 17, 18.
The world produces over 2 billion tons of solid waste every year. Garbage and pollution is one of the biggest problems that the world is facing right now, and it is the time to do something about it. Hello everyone, this is Muhammad Adri Dimapendik, a PYLP leader from the magnificent municipality of Balindong, Lanao del Sur. My project is focused on solid waste management that is entitled 4 R's Project, which stands for Revolutionary, Reduce, Reuse, and Recycle. and EcoWire series. This 4 hours project aims to help the municipality of Balindong to address the issues on solid waste management since we are struggling on disposing our solid waste, especially those non-biodegradable ones. This project will focus on making eco bricks, which is made out from the used plastic bottles and plastic bags. We will be using trash that are already existing so as not to contribute more waste for the sake of fulfilling the project. I, together with the LG Balindong, the Mishu Balindong Community High School, and the PYLP Ranao, am inviting you to be part of the solution to make eco bricks to help the nature and to preserve the Mother Earth. Together, we will heal as one.
Good morning. My name is Marhum Singh Saipuddin Ladjahali, a PYLP youth from Tawi-Tawi, and my project is Project Coast I Care. It is all about coastal resource and management program. Statistically speaking, about 95% of my population's livelihood depend on this sea. Back then, I would always swim with my cousins on my community's pristine, clear waters. But now, it saddens me to see children swimming along with trashes. And because of that, a vision comes into my mind, and that is to educate the locals about the importance of coastal resources and solid waste management program. The project's mission plans to achieve and implement the program through conducting info drives and coastal activities. So I invite you, Philippine Youth Leadership Program, to join and support me on my initiative to make a difference and to make my vision realized.
Imagine living in a house without electricity. Total darkness surrounds you. Confusing and blinding, right? Imagine what some of the people in my community felt living in a house without electricity. And I personally experienced that during 2016 summer living in my grandma's for a whole month without electricity. Panagdait sa Tanang Kabuhatan, I am Lavenia Mendoza from Zamboanga del Sur, Pagadian City, and my project is called Eco Tabang or Eco Help or Eco Outreach solar lamp that aims to light an initial 5 households to 4 flank communities while promoting sustainability. Light up! Eco Tabang Solar Lamp will be coming to light this July to August. I invite you all to join and support me to make a difference in my community and make this vision realized.
Thank you so much, PYLP 17 and 18. So that was just their elevator pitch. But if you just have seen them like presenting like what we did yesterday at your honor, right?
Yes, yes. I mean, I have my own favorites, but I know that all of them have amazing projects that they are proposing. I particularly like the pastry baking using organic root crops. I told the leader I could smell it and I could already taste it, and I love food, so why not, right? And that is amazing. I also love a number of the literacy projects, creating peace books for the different schools in one division in Mindanao, reading
library.
developing reading activities for the
Yes.
Spanish groups in that province where one of our leaders is from, and all these amazing projects. I don't know, but when I was 16 or 17, I don't know if I was even thinking about changing or making a difference in my community. So, these youth leaders that we have, they are ready to make a difference. And, like what I said, they are innovators. Another word for pioneers or innovators is trailblazers. They are holding this torch and just going. And I know that many will be supporting them in their communities. We've seen them yesterday, right?
Yes, yes. And I love the way they mentioned at Tiroda their social capital, their linkages and their networks. And even though we have just a minimal amount to shed for their project, but they somehow connected to their LGUs, to their local government units, and to their very supportive industries that would like to partner with them. So that is so promising. Even at the age of 16, 17, 18, they know how to somehow manage to talk to people, to join them in this noble cause. And that is so promising at a very young age. Right, Ate Rhoda?
It is, and it is an honor also to have the support of many local government units, especially the mayor of Balindong. I don't know how to even thank him for providing a shelter for our youth for one whole month so that they could be nearby an internet tower. That in itself is the abundance of community resources. And I think our leaders are ready to tap on those rich resources that they have in their disposal. You have people, you have community organizations, religious groups, all of these institutions and all of these resources that are right in front of you. And I'm glad that these kids are ready to tap on them. So, Marvs, do we need to go to the next one?
Yes, I think Marbs is ready right now.
Yes, I'm looking
in country, our in-country coordinator, our boss here in the Philippines. Yes, Miss Marbs.
Good morning and good evening to everyone. Dr. Jones, hello. I see you on my screen. And to all our friends and families, not only here in the Philippines, but also in the United States and all over the world. Good morning and good evening. Maayong buntag, maayong gabi, magandang araw sa lahat. And I cannot help but be also emotional right now because after all the months, actually the year and more waiting and patiently, nurturing this batch, because this batch is so special. They have defied so many things. They've changed the narrative of PYLP in a way that they have two numbers, 17 and 18. Wow, not a lot can claim that, okay, in the history of PYLP. And it took us a year and a half for us to realize this training. And also we had to do something extraordinary now. Instead of us being able to bring you to the usual program dynamic of being in the United States for a month, but still I know you're praying that will happen. We really had to transfer to the virtual space, okay, to do the training. And for the first time, the in-country team had also an opportunity to see for ourselves what is happening in the entire US program. And I know that we did so many things, very new things, and this deserved to be written down and really, you have, if this were like map making, you have made the map for this batch. It's not something that I alone or my team or NIU has prepared, but as we journeyed together, we really built the road as we go, and we really made the map as we paddled, and that is also the spirit of the Lewis and Clark expedition. So we did a good job. Mission accomplished, everyone. So I want everyone to give themselves a pat on the back, a big round of applause, and even do a woo energy. Yes, this is this is what we did and this is what we do. Because I feel that when we sent out this invitation to recruit and to select the best young people from Mindanao, you resonated, you heard the cry of our common home, which is sick, it's full of weariness and sorrow. And when you submitted that application to us, that was also you saying that I want to be part of a next generation that has heard the cries of the planet, and you would like to say, I send me to this mission, send me. And even if you're young and you're still young, no? We met you when you were 15, 17, but now you were like what, 18? So you already have that conviction in your heart, and we are so glad that for the past 27, 30 days, I see the peace, joy, and love that you, all of you, each one of you, 32, have the capacity to serve and to give for all humanity. You're not really that young now. Okay? I think you have already gained so many things. Your love tank is full, and you are ready to bring hope to everybody, may they be old or young. And your light now is going to shine brighter in your communities. I know some of you have had your moments with me. You would express your hesitations. You would have some moments that you would expose your weaknesses. And that's okay, because we are young leaders. And young leaders, we also trust the process. We also trust the journey that is set before us. We don't expect everything to be perfect, but we know that in the desire of our hearts to serve our communities, everything will be done excellently. And I am going to really say that, you know what, your adult mentors, please give them a big round of applause for doing an excellent job of guiding you. My goodness, it's so hard to be geographically separated, and yet you guys, you've maximized every group chat, I don't know, what else did you do? So again, adult mentors, you are the ones who will be writing the guidelines and protocols for this, but you have proven that mentoring beyond geographical borders is possible. No internet connection problems or electric interruptions, power interruptions will stop you from really connecting with these youth leaders. And these youth leaders, they have already given you their love, and their influence is very evident. And I also want to speak to our youth leaders now. You, our dear 28 young leaders, you have paddled well, okay? And along the journey, you have met so many young people like you who have used their voice. Now, I would like to request that you yourself, you will speak of love, kindness, and care, and truth every day. Can we do that? Can we do that? May I see a thumbs up, everyone? Okay, because you have now a very special story to share, and that story will give hope, will give love, and more compassion in the communities where we come from. And I also want everybody here to continue nurturing the relationships that we made. I know that the friends that you made right now, these interactions will not stop. They are going to be there. They are your solid support. And I'm so glad that our PYLP alumni have really pitched in. They have become your coaches, ates, kuyas. And do not forget also the first people who believed in you, your parents, your families, your teachers, the first ones who spotted your talents, right? The ones who gave you this opportunity. They have made a significant contribution to bring you to this space. And now you are going to be ready to engage, to interact with your community leaders. You're going to be there speaking to young and old, and you will be doing so many wonderful things. And our common home awaits and welcomes your contributions to healing the planet, healing the sick, and comforting the poor. And before I end, I would also want to para akong Miss DJ ngayon. I will also share with you what the in-country, one of the in-country members, and he's here, but he has a meeting. So Sir Nitz said, as you continue with your personal leadership expedition, always remember to listen to that beating heart of yours, as it will resound the beating of your batch's unique chant of unity, camaraderie, and service. Listen to your heart, and it will call you to persevere to Bugsay. So again, and also with Kuya Ruel, who said that he will continue to be there for you and the rest of us. We are rooting for your success, and I bless you now. May God, in His magnificent purpose, continue to give you the strength and the love and the hope for Mindanao and the world. Thank you so much, everyone. Talaga, nakaka-proud kayo na batch. Bugsay na, PYLP 1718. Eto na to.
Thank you so much, Miss Marvs. Really, really, thank you for the blessing, and thank you for the inspiring words that you are giving to the batch, and also representing the Philippines here, working together, collaborating with our very very beautiful people in NIU. Thank you. Daghan kayong salamat. All right. Yes, Ate Rhoda.
Thank you so much, Marvs, for that. I would say you embodied the imagination of what we should become, and we have. And the partnership that we've forged, the past 3 years, is how would I explain it? It started out with an email, and here we are, and we've been through a lot, and you've brought these 32 amazing leaders of Mindanao together with your team, and we won't, we will always look back to this time and say, yes, we were all in front of our computers, yet we accomplished, and we've journeyed, and we've paddled, and we've persisted. We've canoed the rivers, and we hiked the mountains, and we saw the Pacific Ocean, and what Clark would say, oh, what a joy, right? So thank you so much, Xavier University, for partnering with Northern Illinois University. And I would also say that on behalf of the Department of State and our program officers in Washington, D.C., they are sending their greetings to everyone and congratulating you on the work, on all the work that we have done together as a team, but also for our leaders who have persisted 4 weeks of being online and waking up in the morning. It's still I could not even imagine that, me being a 16-year-old or 17-year-old in the past, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and being ready to be in front of a computer and doing the things that we've done. Oh, what an amazing time that we've had. And again, thank you, team. Thank you so much. I believe we have now our PYLP Ipunumpamo video. Angie, would you like to introduce that for the sake of our guests online? They may need to know the translation of what the music is about and what the song is about.
All right, Ate Rhoda. Ipanumpa ko is like, I swear, this is like my oath to do something for Mindanao, because the expedition does not stop here. It's just the beginning. And we need to somehow continue to paddle and to canoe the mountains by making the projects a reality, because that will really define on how we could really help the community. So the song will capture all the learning, all the things that we have learned in this 1 month expedition, and that will inspire them, that will somehow their roots, that every time I stumble, this is the video that I'm going to watch. This is the learning that I will always look back, so that whatever happens, if there are challenges, what's the purpose? Why am I here? Why did it apply? It's because I have the oath to my island in Mindanao. And this is what is the song all about. And we will capture the beautiful moments of the expedition of Clark and Lewis Mindanao edition. All right.
ipanumpa kong di gyud ko mabuhi ang kinabuhi ko kanimo lang. Kanimo lang. Kanimo saksi ang langit sa mga mata ko nga di gyud kapuyon ug ang akong dughan kanunay ngalan mo lang ang sangpito no di ko magduha-duha og ikang kung mahulog ka andam kung mahulog uban di sana sa tadadon nining panahon ipanumpa kong di kabiyan o pag-autan ko ang tanan ipanumpa kong di ko mabuhi ang kinabuhi ko kanimo lang. Kanimo lang. Kanimo ako ang dalangpan ako imong taming o ginagiban luyo nining tanan o kung ay klaro man ang kalibutan di ko magduha-duha o tika kung mahulog ka andam kung mahulog uban sana sa tadadon nining panahon ipanumpa kong di kabiyan o pag-autan ko ang tanan ipanumpa kong di ko mabuhi ang kinabuhi ko kanimo lang.
I believe that social enterprise alleviates poverty and uplifts community.
Through PYLP, I have learned that environmental inequity is a social injustice that we must all take part to solve.
I learned to unmask and share the wonders of all the people through storytelling.
During Ms. Lara Yuder's session, she reminded us to always be prepared for the unexpected and have a plan ahead of time for any kind of emergencies.
I believe that social media is a powerful tool for people and organizations to share their stories and advocacies.
I have learned that you can control what you say and how you will react.
I learned that promoting literacy among youth is fundamental for every community.
I believe that rather than sitting back and doing nothing, we should try to assess our community because there is always something to work on.
A leader is not just about leading subordinates or people, but also to inspire and to motivate them. I cannot change the world alone, but we can change it together.
Ipanumpa kong di kabiyan ipanumpa kong di kabiyan ipanumpa kong di kabiyan ipanumpa kong di kabiyan o pag-autan ko ang tanan ipanumpa kong di ko mabuhi ang kinabuhi ko kanimo lang.
Sanggibong salamat
Daghang salamat, PYLP. Magsukod.
And thank you.
Thank you,
PYLP.
PYLP.
Thank you, PYLP.
Thank you, PYLP.
Daghang salamat, PYLP.
Thank you, PYLP. Magsukod. Unsay na, PYLP. Go, go, go.
Takong pasalamat ko sa PYLP team sa walay puas na pagsuporta ka namin.
Thank you so much, PYLP.
Daghang
Maraming salamat.
PYLP.
Thank you, PYLP. Daghang salamat, PYLP 1718. Tara na, pugsay na!
This video really captured the moment at Roda. You know, people are crying right now. It's not easy to end this, but we need to because there's a greater calling. And thank you for capturing the moments. Thank you, Ate Roda.
Well, thank you so much, PYLP 1718. Wow. I know that we cried a lot yesterday too. And but this is not the end because you are just moving to another phase of our PYLP program, and we are so looking forward to actually bringing you all together face to face in the fall. We're looking into coming. We know that we will come, but we just don't know when. But we will come and we will persist and we will bring you all together and we will canoe mountains and canoe rivers and hike mountains and maybe go camping. Your tents are actually on its way somewhere and heading to Mindanao. And so we are so looking forward to the next phase. And please know that we are excited in this new engagement that you are all developing in the coming month. Just looking at my schedule here. So I believe we have, maybe we would call on the representative from the U.S. Embassy. If we have
Yes,
them.
Ma'am Nina. Yes, Ma'am
I'm
Nina is here. To inspire us more, let's listen to the representative from our U.S. Embassy in the Philippines, Ma'am Nina Lewis. Let's give her a virtual round of applause, Ma'am Nina. Thank you po.
Hi, everyone. I don't know how to go after that. I mean, hearing for the last 45 minutes, I've been listening in and hearing all of these inspiring things and seeing all of the work that the young people have done. It's just incredible. So obviously I'm thrilled to be joining you virtually, but I look forward to meeting everybody in person. And as soon as we're able to do that and get everyone together, the embassy will support that and we'll be there. So first of all, congratulations to the 32 PYLP participants for completing this 4-week leadership development program. I have to say that when we realized that this wasn't going to be able to happen in person, we were very apprehensive. And the NIU team and the Xavier team, came up with all of these really creative ideas. And we were still like, I don't know if this is possible. And clearly it is. Clearly it was very possible. And, I think that it came out amazing. And I think that's a real testament to the leadership skills of these young people and their commitment to being leaders in Mindanao. So I think there were hundreds of applicants for the program. And so those of you who were chosen, it was because we really believed that you had the capacity to do this and to be leaders in your community and to take what you learned in the program and go forward with it. And I think we already know that that's so true, that you can do this. And I'll really look forward to seeing where you go as you continue with your projects. So today we're celebrating the accomplishments of your efforts to become more empowered leaders of peace and development in Mindanao, which is really the goal of PYLP, right? So this USG program invests in youth because we really know that you all are the next generation of leaders and you're the people who are in the best position to build a more prosperous and lasting peace in Mindanao, which is what we all want to see. A really safe, beautiful place for your children to grow up and for you to continue to live and work in peace and prosperity. In the next 2 months, I know you're going to put what you've learned from this course into practice. And you'll be implementing your projects that address the needs that you found in your communities. And I hope that the experience provides you with some more insight and skills and network and kind of propels you to go even more deeply in your advocacies and leading these initiatives in Mindanao. And the ones that I did see you talk about just look incredible. The one that really struck me was electricity. First of all, that just seems so basic now that people would have electricity, but growing up in America, well, I'm 40 now. So I remember, 30, 40 years ago in America, growing up and my family not having electricity for extended periods of time. just because of the financial burden of paying for electric. So it isn't a new problem. And it's not a problem that's just in Mindanao either. This is still a global issue with access to electricity. And so I'm glad to see that that you guys are thinking about these things and thinking creatively and of your own experiences and figuring out ways to make life more comfortable and positive for people in your communities. So we have 451 PYLP alumni who have gone through this experience ahead of you. And after completing the program, many of them have continued to serve as very influential leaders in their communities and in larger community initiatives in Mindanao. They led initiatives to improve health and education, build peace, promote economic development, and provide humanitarian assistance in times of crisis. Many of the alumni have also become key partners of the U.S. government's ongoing efforts to facilitate peace in Mindanao, security and development in Mindanao. So we look forward to continuing to support your advocacy efforts to the same extent and collaborating with our partners in this program, NIU and Xavier University. We also hope that you'll work together with the alumni of other USG programs like YSEALI. I'm wearing my YSEALI shirt. See if you can see that. So that's the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative. And we also have the Global UGrad program, which is for undergraduate students to go to the US on exchange, Fulbright and Humphrey fellowships, and our International Visitor Leadership program. So all of our alumni are very engaged and they're very willing to be networked with you and to help you. Many of them are community leaders or politicians or government officials in your local communities. So it's a really great way to, as becoming part of the alumni network, it gives you access to people who really are already positioned to do in your communities and can really next level the projects that you're working on. So I invite you to be active in the alumni communities and really take advantage of that. I want to thank NIU and Xavier, the Arupe Educational Center, for the partnership and for your creativity in implementing the program every year, but in particular this year, because it was such a special year. And I also want to thank all of the alumni who volunteered to be part of the program for the past 4 weeks. I hope that this experience has really been useful to you all as you build as young leaders and has inspired you to further work for peace and development in Mindanao. I'll look forward to supporting all of you in your causes. Feel free to reach out to me at the embassy. And I wish all of you the best. Thank you for all of your hard work on the program.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Nina, for your gift of presence today and inspiring us more to really making things into reality. The vision of these young leaders come into reality because of generous people like you. Thank you so much, Ma'am Nina.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Nina, for participating tonight and the support and the inspiration and the encouragement that you've given to our leaders. Again, leaders of Mindanao, PYLP 17 and 18, we are not stopping, right? We are persisting and we are going to keep canoeing and hiking up the mountains. And sometimes we will have to carry our canoes and maybe like wait for a while and sit for a while and rest for a while, but we are going to keep going, right? We are not stopping. And so tonight we celebrate you. This is our time to celebrate you. And we have, and I hope you enjoyed this time, to all the host families who are here tonight, we wanted to thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate the time that you had spent with our PYLP batch 1718. You know, we didn't know what we were doing, but when we organized the time that you had with them, it was such one of those amazing moments. And today, even today, they're still talking about it. You know, they've seen your homes, you've opened your homes virtually to them. You've played with them, we played with them, and that was such an amazing time. And of course, our partners at Huntley High School, the students who came and interacted with our students, those are special moments as well. And to all our presenters and facilitators, we did it, right? There is no planning that we could ever have done, to make it the way it is today, to the past 4 weeks. But we want to thank you. Thank you for persisting with us. And of course, the NIU team, the administrators who have supported us in this expedition. And of course, again, to Xavier University and the Arupe Educational Center and this amazing Filipino team who made it all possible for us to be connected. I don't know if we could ever do the same things that we have done without your support. This is exactly what partnership is about. The United States and Philippines together making a difference in different communities all over Mindanao. I would say we are a model of a virtual youth training program. It has never been done before, but we did it and we tried our best and we gave it all. We gave our hearts and our minds and we expanded it as well. There's a lot of learning to do. And so again, we want to thank everyone. We don't have any more in our agenda for tonight, but again, we want to thank you. And I know that we want to take pictures of everybody before we let everybody leave. And so I would like to ask the Philippine team, our great alumni Roel, to start the pictures. And if you wanted to direct, that would be good. Thank you. Salamat.
Okay. So for the first page, since we have 3 pages here sa Zoom. So okay, please smile and continue smiling. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, wait for a while. Give me a second. Okay. Continue smiling. Let's go. Let's move to second page. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. And then for the third page, keep smiling, or you can do husky side, husky. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, perfect.
Okay, to our host families who would like to hang out, you are welcome to do that. We're going to be spending a few, maybe about 30 minutes of our time to just be with our youth leaders. I know that we did the same thing last night, but we wanted to continue to just to celebrate you. If you wanted to hang out with us, that would be okay as well. To all our guests, thank you again for being with us today. Or tonight. I keep saying tonight, but yes, today. Today is the safer way to address or to describe what the time zone that we are in. So thank you. Okay, why is everybody so quiet? We are done with the program. So thank you again. Maybe we'll play.
Ate Rhoda, let's unmute just once and then say thank you to each other and to continue to inspire everyone, especially to our guests. Let's unmute.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you
so much. Maraming salamat. Daghang
salamat.
Thank you so much, PYLP.
Mga nag-start. Thank you tayo.
Thank you so much,
so much.
PYLP 1718. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
so
much. Kayo as in.
I'm glad that we did all the
Thank you so
I'm glad that we did all the crying yesterday, but today we could just smile and laugh and reminisce the past 4 weeks, right? Yeah, so thank you. Let me see, who else are here? Yeah, I think we still have some of your host families in here. If you want to say hi to them, make sure that you do that. And
Hello, Mar family.
Hi, Tito Ted.
Hi. Hello, Nanay and
Oh, Pastor Hi, Ate family Sarah. are there.
Nanay.
Hello, Tito Ted. Tito Ted. Hello to Ate Sarah.
Hello,
Oh, Mario family.
to Jillian and Kevin.
And Jade family.
De Leon family. Yes.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Ate Sarah.
Love you guys so much. You're
Thank
so
you so
precious
much,
to me.
Janet family.
We love you too. You and
Nanay Lina and Tatay
Ate Sam.
Tatay Davey.
Hey, Shalamar.
Thank you, children. Be
I never
good.
want to say goodbye to any of you guys.
Okay. Ingat kayo, ha?
Kayo din po.
Maging mabait na mga bata.
Thank you.
Opo.
Thank you, Nanay.
Ingat din po.
Ingat.
You guys can
Bugsay
reach
lang
me
yun.
anytime.
Okay ba yung
Let's
bugsay
have our
lang.
cheer. Let's have our cheer.
Dali! Bugsay!
Bugsay!
Bugsay na!
Mindanao!
Bugsay na.
Bugsay na!
Bugsay na. Bugsay na. Bugsay na. PYLP.
Bugsay na!
Bugsay na!
Ako pa na.
Bugsay na! Go Huskies! Go PYLP 17-18!
See you!
Thank you so much!
Thank
Take
you!
care.
I-prepare na nyo
Thank
tiyan
you.
for Kadava this August.
Mama!
Panumpa kong titikabihan o pagahuktan ko ang tanan.